Uh, just chilling, not doing anything. You know what? I think I'm going to check the comments of the latest Equestria Redacted. I know it's kind of early. I usually don't get that many comments this early on. But what's the worst that could happen? What? Oh, yeah, I never recorded it. And tomorrow I need to record Ephrom Josine show. Help! Guess I gotta take off this bathrobe. Yeah, I wear shirts under my bathrobes. Don't you? Was this a bathrobe or a snuggie? This may have been a snuggie and not a bathrobe. I already forget, honestly. Coming at you from the bulletproof bunker just outside Celestia's castle, it's Equestria Redacted with Ephrom Josine. Okay, let me explain why this didn't happen yesterday. Essentially, this camera, I've talked about how bad it is before. It crashed on me about 10 minutes into the video when I was already recording for an hour. Because these take a while to record, too. I don't just sit down and record it all in one take. I actually do put some effort into these. However, I thought I could just upload it in 2 parts and record the second part on the laptop. Turns out I can't. In fact, it didn't upload. The first part did not. I still have the second part on this laptop if you guys are curious. I may actually upload that as sort of like an extra. But the first part is gone. It no longer exists. And really didn't exist. So, with that said, I guess we'll just redo it. So let's start with the new episode, The Mean Six. It's the mid-season finale, by the way. And get it? Main, but mean. Essentially, what Chrysalis... Yeah, Chrysalis is back from wearing back again. It's a long story. Chrysalis tries to clone the main 6 and create the mean 6 because she thinks that the main 6 is clones, just like the normal main 6 can use the elements of harmony. However, it turns out that the mean 6 she creates are either disinterested or actively want to betray her. While this is going on, the main 6 are in that area and going camping because of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? Including Starlight, who does not have a clone, because Chrysalis wants to destroy Starlight Glimmer. Yeah, brought from attempting to destroy Celestia to attempting to destroy Starlight Glimmer. She's really gone down recently. I didn't even think Candlelight Wedding was a good episode. And my god, she's really gone downhill since then. And to be clear, I did like To Wear Him Back Again. Actually, I love that episode. It's one of my favorite 2-parters. In fact, it's probably... Give me a second. Let's see. Let's see. Season 1 didn't have a 2-parter. Season 2, Candlelight Wedding was bad. Season 3 didn't have a 2-part. Season 4 was Twilight's Kingdom, which I did kind of like. Season 5 was Cutie Remark, which... My god, and the media really needs to stop glorifying mass shooters. That's basically my whole commentary on it. 6 was... 7 was... Give me a... What was Season 6's finale? This is gonna bother me if I'm looking this up real quick. It was To Wear Him Back Again, the one I just said I liked. Yeah. I'm very smart if you can't tell. Season 7 was Shadow Play, which... No. Just no. Okay. It actually would have been a better movie than the actual movie we got when you think about it, but that's another topic. On a side note, part 1 of To Wear Him Back Again airs at 4 p.m. on the 19th of this very month. Part 2 doesn't air until 3:30 the next day, though, for some reason. I don't get it either. Anyway, this episode was also kind of annoying because occasionally when the main 6 collided with the mean 6, like they wouldn't know which one is which, And it was annoying because the Mean Six had different inflections in their voice and a different color palette. They were like grayer. It's similar to how they looked in Return of Harmony after they were Discordized, as I say. So there were scenes where I was just screaming, those are clearly two different ones. Like, you idiots. I don't know, it just bothered me. Although the humor in this episode more than made up for it. It was a strong and a funny episode, in my opinion. Even if it really had a very weak story. And yeah, that's it. Oh, by the way, Pony Point of View will be on TV both on the 17th at 11 a.m. and on the 18th at 3:30 p.m. In fact, I'm having way too much fun just looking at what time the episodes are going to be on. Unfortunately, it does not say when Secrets and Pies will be on, but I have Netflix like real men, so I do not care. Now I think it's time we start looking at some news. And oh boy, I'm not entirely sure where to even start. Let's start off with this. You guys remember, I guess not, because I just forgot him. Frozen Dusk. That's who it is. Okay, I got him confused with Dusky Novel. This isn't Dusky Novel, this is Frozen Dusk. Well, Horse Crew actually went through some old logs and found that he had changed his name in OC to Dusky. So be on the lookout. Okay, he's no longer Dusky. He's no longer Frozen Dusk. He was never Dusky Novel, so don't get him confused. He is now just Dusky. But out with the old pedophiles, in with the new, as they say. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Mattio90. How do I know he's a pedophile? Well, a guy named Coffee Quake did a journal on him, in which he said this. Mattio did. I like girls from 5 to 14 as much as adults. Bear in mind, for me, adult age starts at 15 through 16. Okay, 1, you're a pedophile. 2, you don't even know when adult starts. To borrow a quote from John Oliver, that's like Bernie Madoff saying, yeah, I'm a crook, but at least I'm not Puerto Rican. You just made it worse. Congratulations. So this guy is Matteo 90. I'd like to thank Coffee Quake for exposing him. I don't really think I need to go on as to why he's a pedophile, but okay. This hat is a handkerchief now. My handkerchief fell. Lily Pete actually did a post recently kind of diving into E4B and their psychology and their sort of psychological views. It's kind of interesting. Specifically, how they sort of dismiss all criticism of Stockholm Syndrome or brainwashing, which, as we all know, Lily Pete has a machine for, or being a cult, or being sheeple, who need to wake up, god dang it. And you can do that with their new Brain Force Plus. And they do this really long post that you'd think they'd have a lot to say about, by the way. Here's what they said. JoJo said, a reminder of what it feels like to be in the company of Lily Pete. First off, a complete non sequitur. But here's the thing. This is a whole bunch of information someone anonymous gave to Brittany. And I'm just going to be honest, I don't believe any of it. I'll read you some of the best parts. You couldn't really do much if you weren't a Patreon. This is on her Discord server. It's almost like you were supposed to get in there by being a Patreon patron. I would provide screenshots, but unfortunately I already left the server. Because of course he did. This is another one. Only the family and friends rank, which is patch and sketchy, could use voice activity, Everyone else had to use push to talk. Oh, you poor thing. May I recommend therapy? And it just keeps going on. There was the admin voice chat where it was titled, I shit you not, the room where we talk about you behind your backs. Okay, that's just funny in my opinion. Something like that, so it may not even have been called that. And by the way, I later saw a screenshot of Pete's server. That room did not exist. Or at least if it did, I'm showing you equal proof as this guy did, so who really cares? And Death Pony had the genius response of, Orchard bitching about us, why am I not surprised? All we need is a long-haired screechy kid saying our name wrong. Whack. You disproved a bad lady, don't worry, Death. Some other comments you'll find include some amazing things. For instance, and I can say this without... This is where the camera actually stopped working last time, so I'm going to be careful here. Eagles fan 986. Sure, Lily, honey, believe what you want to believe. Moron! Oh god, you just wrecked Lily. I don't know how she'll ever recover. And my personal favorites, just... out of everything, is Prince Thunderflare. I just don't think Lily is mentally capable of understanding the complexities in the Nazi party. Genius right there. You know what? Let's jump over to FNGR real quick. Recently in his new episode of How Not to Brony, he accused Vita of being a hemophile, which is someone who's attracted to someone who is post-pubescent but still a minor. He did this with no proof. I don't even feel like I need to go on at that point. Okay, maybe let's not go back. Let's just spend some more time at E4B. Okay? I dedicated a half a minute to FNGR, and that's all he deserves if he's gonna essentially slander somebody. Okay, this is something I meant to cover last week, but I ran out of time. This is a post, from JoJo. It's called, Lily Still Thinks That Josh is Trying to Evade Criticism. Here's what happens. Anonymous asks Lily Pete, a common defense of Josh is that even if Josh said he would take down the video at first, it doesn't constitute as a legal transgression when he went back on his words. Even with the recorded Skype chat between you, Patch, and Josh, another would be that moving Brony D&D from public to private, it means relocating or altering how a person does their work, and that a creator has a right to how they manage their content. Why do you keep pursuing him despite this? Here's what Lily has to say. Your actions have consequences, even if those consequences are public outcry. Josh wants no one to object to his decisions. That's completely accurate. Like, even from a psychological, no one wants a decision to be objected to. It's really that simple. And he's not getting that. He can either suck up his pride and do what he was told to do by everyone around him, or he could suck up his ego and take the criticism like a big boy. Here's what JoJo has to say. Also, we might want to add this to a list or archive links of evidence. Oh boy, Lily, are you keeping shooting yourself in the foot here? And this, your actions have consequences, even though those consequences are public outcry. And then in bold, you fucking hypocrite. The CND is not about evading criticism. That's not what anyone said. You're making that up. It is about making you suffer making you suffer, okay? You don't sound like a sociopath, don't worry. The consequences about your actions. Dude, download Grammarly, for the love of God. I use it all the time, and I'll admit, I'm not a perfect writer, but just download Grammarly. Which you have been running for years. And then some notes. You're such a fucking hypocrite, and maybe more people would take your moral crusade seriously if you weren't such a fucking hypocrite. I recommend the E4B take their own advice, because I called them out on hypocrisy on several occasions, because they, well, kind of have been a lot. Let's see what they had to say. When I tweeted out, hey, E4B, if you have such an issue with being called hypocrites, maybe less people would jump to that if you weren't hypocrites. On the 17th of, no, it was the 2nd of August, 2017. I'm not used to reading dates like that. Here's what they said. Of internally screaming, and another angry post followed by shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, stop fucking repeating yourself. Can you for once stop repeating yourselves? How many times have you pulled the hypocrisy card? Just shut up for once. And the tags include oh my friggin', idiot, and cunt. I think that's really how I should end it. I'm Ephrom, and good night.